Well, hello there, my fellow rushers, or my fellow marines in this case. How are you doing today? King Rex here. And today we're gonna be doing one of the most annoying missions ever created. First of all, here are my upgrades, and yeah, I'm using Rai again because he is the highest level, and we're gonna be doing the Cocoon. Arguably one of the worst missions ever, and you'll see why in a short minute. Let's just start off the mission, and I'm gonna describe to you what we need to do as it goes. Locate and destroy the Fell Bishop's cocoon within 15 minutes. This is already bad. Basically, we need to destroy a big-ass cocoon that has a lot of health and a lot of enemies that are supporting, or I suppose defending the cocoon, which is awful. And yeah. And the other issue is that we have to do it in 15 minutes, so it's not like the other missions where you can... I mean, let's take for example mission number 4, where you have to defend 4 bases. Well, in this mission you can just wait it out, take a look at your Twitter or whatever social media you're using, and you know, you'll be fine, you can just max out the base. Here, you cannot do that, you have limited time. If you don't pop the cocoon in this period of time, the mission is automatically failed. And yeah, it is kind of annoying, because you have to go fast. Well, you don't have to go like super fast, but you know, 15 minutes I think is a reasonable amount of time, but still, that doesn't prevent it from being an annoying mission. And yeah, you have this base, which is, you know, your starting base, and you need to protect it, that's pretty obvious. You have all these buildings that you need to annihilate, who unfortunately have a lot of health. Yeah, that's why I'm using the engineers, because they do incremental damage over time, and that's pretty awesome. And I'm getting the diplomats just so they can survive for a little bit longer. Even though they have high armor, I find them to be dying quite frequently without the diplomats for some reason. I don't know, maybe they don't have a lot of health, maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Whatever the case is, we have to basically annihilate both of these buildings and make sure that our base doesn't die. And we have all these Ether Leeches, which is awful. Thankfully, the diplomats can disable them for a short while, which is helpful. And yeah, we have to kind of start pushing. That's pretty much what we need to do. We've been waiting for like a couple minutes, so we cleaned up the first area, and we defended our base pretty swimmingly. Now it's about time to get into the other part. Roy is not like the best option for this level, or this mission to be more exact, but he does the trick. The thing is that his abilities have very fast cooldown, including the Fire Water, which is his second ability. It has super short cooldown. It's kind of like a strong explosive, which does a good amount of area damage. You can also toss it at flying enemies, but the thing is that it will not cause the fire effect on the ground. So yeah, it's not recommended to be to use it against flying enemies, unless you have a Ether Leech very close to your base and you're desperate. Then I guess you can use it then, but for the most part, try to use it on ground-based enemies. And yeah, look at that. Look at this guy. Just disabling my towers and feeding off my Ethereum. Ugh, I hate them. Thankfully, we are able to take one of them down, but if there were like 3 of them, yeah, we probably would have lost some Ethereum in the process, which will suck. And yeah, so far we are defending, you know, that's good. But there is an additional base that we have to take down. And this base is pretty tough to get to, let's just say that. It took me a couple of tries, you know, I practiced this mission a couple of times because I haven't played this mission in a while. So I practiced it and I think I was able to do it somehow. To be honest, just the best way to do it is group up your units, get up one set of diplomats, that's just unnecessary. Like, if I have to say what type of unit is the most important one in this mission, definitely go for the diplomats. Because they give you these shields that prevent your guys from taking damage for a short period of time. And this short invulnerability is very helpful, because look at all these enemies. They're all from high tier. And yeah, our units are not doing a lot of damage. Most of the work goes to Roy. Like, look at that damage. Just pushing everybody back, reducing their armor, stunning them, doing extra damage in the process. And you're now tossing some explosives to destroy them. Like, boom! There you go. Destroyed. And now I think it's about time. Let's get our shields up and let's rush. That's how you do it, man. Just push. Keep on pushing. And yeah, the thing is that something that I should have done is that I should have separated my engineers a little bit more from the rangers, just so the area damage is not as effective against them. But yeah, I think while my ranger is almost dead, like Like, oh no, actually, we have an additional ranger. For a moment I thought I had only one, but we have two, so we're Gucci. And yeah, as you can see, we survived somehow. Pretty surprisingly. But we have more enemies coming in and out, which is awful. And they're gonna prevent us from taking over the base. Crap. Come on, just die. Come on, Roy. Tossing an explosive on them. And for this guy, come on, we need the bashing shots. One of the engineers is gonna die because of damage over time abilities. But it doesn't matter. One engineer doesn't matter. As long as we don't lose all of them. If you lose a squad, then yeah, things are about to go downhill. Let's just say that. That's one of the most important things that you need to do. To not lose your squad. Because if you lose your squad, it's probably going to be a GG. Because you need to take this base over at the first try. I know it sounds hard, but that's the way it is. Unfortunately. Thankfully we have these little guys, you know, these little units, as a distraction. Which, you know, it's not gonna last us for very long, but it is a distraction nonetheless. So, yeah. At this point, let's just send in Roy. There's an additional command point, which is very nice. But as you can see, our base is kinda getting hacked at the bottom, which is kinda problematic, and my rocket launcher is almost dead, so let's just bash them to death. Use the bashing shots, lock them in place, they're not gonna do anything. I should have been moving Roy. For some reason I just decided not to move him. I could have killed him a little bit quicker, but it's okay. Tossing an explosive and he's gone. That's how you deal with problems in life. Just tossing an explosive with firewater on them. Yeah, don't take this advice out in real life though. You're probably gonna get in jail. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, we have this mother effer over there. We have hammer grubs. So our turret may or may not be dead. But I think we should be able to defend it. If we get the bashing shots, come on bashing shots, we need to use them right about now. Push him away out of our base, reduce his armor in the process. Beautiful. Sadly we have these worm thingies, which do true damage, which are probably one of the most annoying enemies in this stage in particular, and pretty much in the whole world, to be honest. Like, they have long range, and they're reasonably tough. Like, you expect them to be super weak because they're kind of like snipers, but nope. They're briefy. Yeah, like that's a balanced enemy. Yeah, for sure, very balanced. I would definitely give a green light to this enemy. Sorry, I'm just I just don't like them. Let's just say that. Thankfully, we killed the spawner, and now here I tried to get this extra hidden command point just so I can have the maximum power, but unfortunately, I had too little health, and he ended up dying, which was a little bit sad. So yeah, this didn't went as well as I thought, but anyway, we're still going to get it. We just have to wait for Roy to respawn, and once he respawns, we're getting that extra command point. And as you can see, this big green thingy, that's the cocoon. We need to basically destroy it. But as you can see, it's pretty hard because look at all these enemies. That's quite a lot. Let's just say that. And yeah, Roy is back. He's back in action. Time to toss in some explosives. Get some bashing shots if we need to, which I think I'm gonna get pretty soon. How about... do I really need them? Actually, I don't think I do. Wow. I actually just made it past these guys. I guess Roy's fast mobility ends up paying off. I know that our base is getting attacked over there by hammer grubs, I just noticed it. Jesus. Thank God I noticed it and I paid it attention, otherwise I probably would have died. So yeah, bashing shots to the rescue. Look at that. Beautiful. And the thing is that they have a pretty good duration. Like, you expect them to last for like a couple seconds, but no, they last for like 8 seconds or so. They last for quite a while. I like it. And yeah, we should be able to defend this base. It is fine. However, now we need to make a run for it. We need to start decimating the cocoon. And usually, the best way to do it is with the Guardian. Guardians are by far the most efficient units that you can use on this mission in particular, because they do a lot of damage. And you're gonna need it, because you think that we only need to pop the cocoon? There's something inside it. As you can see, there's this giant worm thingy just staying in there, waiting to be hatched. Well, this guy is the bishop that the mission said. You know, the main objective of the mission is to kill the bishop, and the bishop is inside this cocoon. So we need to pop it. And as you can see, we're gonna get the guardians. I could have gotten another set of guardians, but I decided to go for one set of snipers, just in case. And never forget, bring your diplomats. If you don't bring your diplomat, you're gonna die. Because let's take a look at this beauty over here. Look at how beautiful he is. Oh, and by beautiful I mean disgusting. But as you can see, we're shredding. Like, look at it. This is on impossible mode, by the way, and his health is going down pretty quickly. But the diplomats are doing a lot of the support. If it wasn't for these shields, we probably would be dead. The thing is that this guy deals area damage, and he deals a lot of it. So yeah, as you can see, he is kinda tough, but Roy is very effective against him because the bashing shots can stun him. And that's awesome, he can stun mini-bosses with it, which is pretty darn ridiculous if you ask me. And so that's one of the reasons why I picked him, besides, you know, being the highest level. And anyhow, he is dead. Just crash to the ground and die. Thankfully we did it. Well yeah, that was quite an interesting mission, to be honest. It was kind of annoying in the beginning, but once you get your guardians up, the mission is pretty much in the bag. And yeah, let's upgrade, and we're gonna be ending this video today. What should I get? This one. And yeah, guys. Well, with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.